Okay, so as you see it in the thumbnail, in the title, let's talk about it. So, as you see in the title of today's thumbnail, and you see the picture of the thumbnail as well, too, in the title of the video. So, who remembers, and I mean, does anyone and everyone remember the Lion King franchise? Yeah, does everybody really remember the Lion King? Yeah, like the first one, the second one, the show, and like the other shows. Clearly, the Lion King franchise is something I really loved throughout my childhood. I loved the first Lion King, even the second one, Simba's Pride. Like those two movies are really the best, including the half one that is all about Timon and Pumbaa. But basically, I gotta say I really love the Lion King franchise, and that's not all that we're gonna talk about. We're just not gonna talk about the main franchise. Like this is not like a like ranking all of the movies or anything. So I am talking about some characters in the Lion King that is missing, and that is what you're seeing in this video right now. So who remembers, and I mean, who remembers the hyenas? And I'm talking about the trio from the first movie, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. So, where could they be? How come they didn't return in Lion King 2? And how come they didn't make a return in The Lion Guard? Well, that's going to be our questions for today's video. So everyone, grab your popcorn, sit back and relax and enjoy the video. So, here I go. My questions about the trio from the first Lion King, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. Where could they be? How they could really come back? Will there be a possibility that they'll continue the original franchise again? Well, let's talk. So, in the first movie, we get introduced with the hyenas, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. Like those guys, they're really funny. You basically thought that they could be the real villains in the whole entire movie, but the main villain was really Scar. And at the end of the movie, you could probably realize at the end of the ending scene, where the hyenas killed Scar because Scar tried to tell Simba that that it was the hyenas' fault that they wanted Scar to kill Mufasa, but basically Scar was the one who killed Mufasa. So in the end of the movie, the hyenas killed Scar, and after the fire, they're all gone. So in the second movie, we didn't get to see no hyenas. No hyenas wasn't in the movie, but we did get a reference of them in the second movie, Simba's Pride. That this one outland lion named Nuka, he said in the elephant graveyard when the outland lions was exploring the elephant graveyard, Nuka said this place has been empty or something ever since the hyenas ran off. So clearly, I could think that Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed and all of their clans, they probably ran off somewhere, and I don't know where. How come we didn't get to see Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed in the second Lion King? Maybe it's because they probably don't want to come back into the Outlands or the Elephant Graveyard anymore because mainly they're probably not allowed to come back. But we did get to see them again in the Lion King spin-off show. It's called Timon and Pumbaa. We did get to see them again like they're on adventures and stuff, and lots of silly things in the episodes. But clearly, yes, I could say those hyenas, the trio, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed, they're really funny. They're really funny characters into the Lion King franchise. But ever since they ran off away from the Outlands, I really have some questions. How come they didn't return? And how come they didn't want to come back? And in the third movie, the half one, we did get to see them again, but we get to see the trio trying to attack Timon's family and try to eat them, because the hyenas are always hungry. So basically, maybe they're not trying to be evil, mainly because in the show Timon and Pumbaa, it goes to show you that the hyenas are not bothering the Pride Land lions anymore. They're not bothering the Pride Landers anymore, because they're just hungry for food. And in the Lion Guard, we didn't get to see Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. They're not even mentioned in the Lion Guard. But we did get to see some hyenas like Janja, Jaziri, Chungu, Cheesy, you name it. But there might be something that I've seen lots of theories about, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next topic. And that would include janja. So, I've been seeing lots of theories from everyone, and I don't know if it's really true, and I've been questioning this to myself. Could it be possible, and I mean it, could it really be possible that Janja is the son of Shenzi and Banzai? Well, clearly, when I've heard lots of theories about that, about Janja really being the son of Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed, that really confused me. But I did a little bit of a research, and when I searched it up, and it goes to show you that Janja really does resemble Banzai and Shenzi. Well, clearly, I could show you this, and right here and right now, so we're gonna compare something here. So we're gonna compare Banzai's face to Janja's. So here we go. Alright everyone, so we're gonna go ahead and compare Janja's face to Banzai's face. So as you see here on the screen, you have a question block. And Mario, would you do the honors? Thanks, pal. Okay, so let's both compare their faces. So you can see the resemblance that he does look like Banzai. And I'm talking about Janja. You can tell that he looks just like his dad. And he has his mother's hair, and he has his father's face, because Banzai, on his head he doesn't have hair, and on Shenzi she has hair on her head. So you can tell the resemblance that Janja really does look like Shenzi and Banzai. So, as they always say, Sisi ni sawa. And here's how I know that Shenzi and Banzai could possibly be Janja's parents. Wait, you don't know what Sisi ni sawa means? Well, let my friend Jaziri help you out. Jaziri, take it away.
Sisi ni sawa means we're the same.
Oh no, it set something off inside my brain.
And that's what it means, folks. Sisi ni sawa means we're the same. And also, here's how it could possibly be true that Janja's parents could possibly be Shenzi and Banzai, because clearly, I think Shenzi and Banzai are in love, but I found something that could be interesting to you, so it could be really possible. So they could be secretly in love, because Banzai could be Shenzi's boyfriend, and Shenzi is Banzai's girlfriend, but they never said it in The Lion King that they're in love, but I found something that could be interesting to you guys. Consider these scenes from Timon and Pumbaa.
How would you like to see a real star in action? Honey, all I'm seeing is stars. It's actually a treat for us. What you say, girlfriend? Shenzi, I don't think we're in Kenya anymore, baby.
How interesting, isn't it? So yeah, so you could basically say that yes, I could definitely think that Shenzi and Banzai are in love because they could probably be the ones that are Janja's parents because they're probably the ones who had Janja. But I want to see something that happens in a new film or a new series if they ever decide to do one, because I want to see something like a love story between the hyenas. That's something that I really want to see. But mainly, the topic about Janja's parents being really Shenzi and Banzai, I could definitely say that they could be the ones that are Janja's parents. But how come they left him in the outlands? And I'm talking about the volcanic outland with a volcano instead of the elephant graveyard. What made them ran off? Well, let's find out. So I basically want to say that how come the hyenas ran off? The trio, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. Like, how did they ran off? Did they know that something was coming to get them, or is it because of Zira? And I'm talking about that outland lion from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, the main villain, Zira. I could basically say that Zira might be probably the reason why the hyenas ran off, because she was about to get revenge of Scar because Simba killed Scar, but it wasn't Simba who killed Scar, it was the hyenas. So Zira probably didn't know that at the events from the first movie, that the hyenas were the ones that eaten Scar alive during the fire, and they ran off when the fire was all out, when it was raining at the end of the first movie. So I could say that in this one episode where we get to see Janja as a cub trying to fight the lion guard as a cub, so I could definitely say that maybe Shenzi probably left her son at the volcano outlands, because I wouldn't say that she's probably a terrible mother of doing that. It's probably a good move because, as you can say, maybe Shenzi probably wanted to leave her son at the outlands because she wanted to keep her son safe from the bad things that's going to happen to him. Like, she doesn't want to get her son hurt. Like, it's that type of thing that you don't want to see no one get hurt in your family, because that's why Shenzi probably wanted to keep Janja safe because of Zira, because she doesn't want to see her son get hurt by nobody. I think that's my theory. Maybe that's why the hyenas ran off, because of Zira going after Simba, because if Zira would have known that the hyenas were the one that killed Scar, maybe she'd have went after the hyenas instead of Simba. But that's just my theory. That's just what I think, because I definitely could say Zira was probably the reason why the hyenas ran off, and that's why Janja might be the reason why he was all alone in the outlands with the other hyenas in his side. Maybe, just maybe, when he was growing up, he probably forgotten about his mom. But maybe, as you can see in a few episodes later of the Lion Guard, you've seen how big Janja's clan was in the Lion Guard. Maybe his mom would have wanted Janja to have a bigger clan just like her. I don't know, but that could be my theory. Maybe I just think that Janja wanted to have a bigger clan just like his mom, because he wanted to be a cool and great clan leader just like his mom, and just to see how big of a clan he could probably make, because as you can see in the Lion Guard, he had a big clan. He had a lot of clans, like Chungu and Cheesy right beside him, because that's Janja's own trio. Just Janja, Cheesy, and Chungu. I just think that Shenzi would have wanted Janja to have a bigger clan just like hers. And that's what happened in the Lion Guard. He had a big clan, just like his mom. And I just think that's all I gotta say. Oh, and also, you guys, so just to mention this, what about if we could do something like Janja and Jaziri? So let's focus on that. Let's focus on Janja and Jaziri for a minute. So you remember how I said that I want to see a love story between the hyenas, right? Well, I guess we could do something like that for Janja and Jaziri, and that's why we're talking about it right now. So, as you know, like in a few Lion Guard episodes later, we know Janja and Jaziri don't like each other because they do fight each other in battles. But if you could remember, in one Lion Guard episode later, Kion uses his roar on the hyenas to push them away. So, but Janja almost fall into like a whole entire pit of lava. So, but Jaziri saves Janja, and you can tell that Janja was confused about why did Jaziri saved him, because Jaziri doesn't want to get Janja hurt because she was worried about Janja. That's the same thing when I said about when Shenzi doesn't want to get her son hurt, and that's the same thing that Jaziri did. She saved Janja's life, because if she wouldn't have saved his life, he would have fell into the lava, because Jaziri didn't want to see Janja get hurt. And as you know, a few more Lion Guard episodes later, we come to see how Janja and Jaziri are developing and evolving their relationship, and that's something that I really want to see and how it will turn out. I really want to see something like that, like Janja and Jaziri having a relationship, because just look at these two. Look at Janja smiling at Jaziri, because lots of people would love to see something like this happen. I would love to see something like this happen in a future a Lion King movie or series if Disney ever decides to make one. But I would love to see something like that. I would love to see a love story between Janja and Jaziri, because lots of people would love that, and I would love it too. Moving on to the next topic. Will they ever return? And I'm talking about Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. Will they ever return in the franchise? Well, let's talk. So, what happened to Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed after Lion King 1? Well, I know that they're still alive because they showed us in the show Timon and Pumbaa that they survived the fire. But what we're talking about is where are they at now? And that's the thumbnail that you see in the video, because I'm saying what happened to them and where are they now. Well, they could probably be at a desert or in another land, because they could probably be like somewhere in a different place that they're probably starving for food. But I want to see something that's like sad and heartbreaking for the trio. Like, maybe we could probably feel bad for them, because what if they don't have enough food to eat? What if they don't have enough water to drink? Because if you can tell in The Lion King, they were always hungry when they were telling Scar, because Shenzi and Banzai told Scar that there's no food or water left to eat. And in the Lion Guard, in the song A New Way to Go, Janja says that Jaziri always eats and that he is always hungry. So basically, Scar just didn't care about the hyenas. He just only like cared for himself, because he was just messing with them, and that's why he got taken down at the end of The Lion King. But I want to know, where could they be at now? Maybe maybe if they can do another season of The Lion Guard, or maybe another series, we could start off where they're at now. But in the other episode, if they can do like if they can appear in like another episode. But I hopefully want to know, where are they at now? They could probably be at a place with no food or water left to eat in a desert, because it's probably they probably might be living a hard life with no food or water left to drink. But I do have hope that maybe we'll see Janja go on a journey to find his parents, and maybe bring them to Pride Rock so they can live there and they can live happily and not worrying about eating or drinking some water. Maybe just that, but that's just my theory. That's my theory of where they're at now. Okay, so we're at the end of the video, and here is my final topic that I'm going to say, and I want to get this out of my chest. Bring back the original Lion King series and continue where it left off. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get this out of my chest right now. So, I want to see a continuation where the Lion Guard left off, because I know, but I want to see Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed make a grand return to the franchise. But I really have something to say right here, and I'm going to say it right now. All that I want to see is just a continuation of the franchise. And I repeat, I don't want another live action reboot. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, guys, I really don't want to see another live action reboot. I just don't want to see another rebooted series of The Lion King. Like, I know how you guys feel about reboots happening in Disney films. Like, I understand how you guys feel, and I feel the same way. I really don't like reboots of the Disney franchises, because I just really don't like them. Especially with the Lion King from 2019. I just thought that reboot was just okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I just thought it was okay. But since this video, I'm just talking about Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed, because I know we all miss them. Like, don't we all miss Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed from the first Lion King? Like, I just don't want to see another live action reboot, and I just don't want them to mess it up. But with the Lion King franchise, you can do something cool with Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed when you can bring them back. Like, you could do like a sad scene with them living a hard life with no food or water left to drink. Maybe we'll see an episode with Kion protecting the Tree of Life. Maybe Janja having a relationship with Jaziri. I don't know, but I just want to see a series or a film that is a continuation to the franchise. But I just don't want to see another reboot. And I know you guys may understand, and I hopefully think that you guys can agree or disagree. But we have different opinions, okay? We all have different opinions. But listen to me. That's not what I want to see when it comes onto a series like Lion King. I just don't want to see another reboot, and I don't want them to mess it up. I just love the Lion King franchise because what it brought us, like the first Lion King from the 90s, we got introduced with the hyenas, Scar, Simba, Nala, and every single character that we once grew up with. Even in the Lion Guard, we saw Kion, Janja, Chungu, Cheesy, Kiara, every single character that we once grew up with. But everyone is having theories about Shenzi and Banzai and Ed, and I really miss them. I really miss them too, because lots of people are questioning where are they, where they're at now. I understand how everyone feels about reboots happening in like a Disney film, but I just don't want to see another live action reboot. I'm just being honest. I really don't want to see another live action reboot series of The Lion King. I just want to see Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed again. That's it. I just really want to see them again. But you could do so many good things when you're doing a new series like The Lion King or The Lion Guard. But that's all I gotta say. I just don't want to see another live action reboot. I just don't want to see no more reboots happening. And I honestly don't want them to mess it up. And honestly, guys, the reason why I don't want to see another live action reboot of the Lion King franchise is because nothing beats out the animation style of The Lion Guard and The Lion King, because the animation style is one that I grew up with my childhood, because that's what introduced us to The Lion King, with animation style, because it was an animated movie. And I just want to see that animation style back. I just want that back. I just don't want to see live action anymore. I just don't want another live action reboot. I just want to see a continuation of where The Lion Guard left off, and just bring back the style, the animation style back, because a lot of us, we have so many questions that are not answered, and they just left it unanswered in the final episode of The Lion Guard of what happened to Shenzi, Banzai, Ned. But I do have hope. Maybe we'll see them again in a future season, or maybe sometime. I don't know, guys. But here's my final words that I'm going to say. At the end of the day, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed are part of the Lion King franchise, and I don't want them to feel left out.